How do you turn 40 homes into 120 in just 1 year? The City of Austin plans to show you thanks to a federal program that sets up a partnership with private investors.
It's a concept championed by Secretary of Housing and Urban Development Dr. Ben Carson. KXAN's political reporter Phil Prazen met with him today in South Austin.
With shovels in the ground, the first overhaul of an existing affordable housing project begins in Austin. Soon, Goodrich Place will be bigger and more in touch with Austin living today. The Goodrich property used to look similar to this property along Bolden Creek. Duplexes separated by a good amount of yard space. But like everything in this city, affordable housing needs to change as well, especially in a time where space is hard to come by.
It's not just where people live, it's where people play, and it's what people do when they're in a living environment.
President of Austin's Housing Authority, Mike Gerber, tells me the 40 older units were too hard and too expensive to keep up with maintenance. So they partnered with a pool of real estate investors, vetted and selected by the federal government, to help them transform a South Austin project. Do you ever come across people who go, who have concerns about the private investment part of it, and they go, well, that's not how we did it 20 years ago? Do you come across those people, and then what do you say to those people?
It's not so much what we say to them, it's what we show them.
Secretary Carson points to similar projects like Manchac Village, which gets more people involved in the success of a housing project. And tax dollars aren't as common as they used to be.
Well, that is an issue. I mean, we're talking $21 trillion national debt. But the fact that creating an incentive for the local business community and nonprofits to get involved ensures the continued maintenance of the area.
Phil Prazen, KXAN News.
For this project, the City of Austin partnered with Atlanta Pacific Communities and Madhouse Development Services.
As Phil mentioned, that project was made possible through a public-private partnership called the Rental Assistance Demonstration, or RAD program. So we wanted to learn more about that. According to the city's website, every resident has the right to stay in assisted housing and return to an upgraded unit in their original property. Rents will still be based on 30% of adjusted household income, and no current resident has to reapply to stay at the property.